Hi, this is Melanie of Pardesi Reviews, and I'm here to do a review of the Malayalam film Helen, starring Anna Ben. If you're new to Pardesi Reviews, I do trailer reactions and film reviews of Indian cinema. Okay, I'm trying to catch up on all of the excellent Malayalam films from 2019. Helen is streaming on Amazon Prime. I'd be honest with you, after watching the trailer and seeing the posters, survival kind of movies are not normally the genre that I seek out. And it took me a lot to overcome just like oh, I can't watch Hannah Ben, like going through all of that to watch this excellent film. And I mean, I love Lal. I love watching his films. And I just had person after person tell me, this is such a great film, you have to see it, and that it has so many layers to it. It's not just the thriller aspect about her being caught in the freezer, which is not a spoiler like we see from the trailer and whatever in the posters. We can tell she's going to be going through all of that. It's a debut director, and that's really exciting. The director is Mathukutty Xavier. And this is a film that is produced by Vineeth Sreenivasan, who has an interesting small little cameo. I won't spoil as what if you haven't seen the film. This is really Anna Ben's film. She showed us how wonderful she was in Kumbalangi Nights, which was just such a great film. But this film, she really gets to shine on her own. So much of the film is just on her face, and without even dialogue, because she's alone in this freezer. She works at a sort of Kentucky Fried Chicken kind of a fast food place. She's studied to be a nurse, and she's wanting to immigrate to Canada to make money. She's living with her widowed father, played by Lal. She's such a good daughter. She's nagging him about his smoking and sends him messages to make sure he takes his diabetes medicine and all of this. You can see what a caring person that she is. What I loved about this film is when I thought back, there were so many like little breadcrumbs that the director had placed in the setup in the first hour or so, when we see the relationship that she has with her father and the relationship that she has with her boyfriend, played by noble Babu Thomas, who actually I think co-wrote the screenplay. So there's this whole setup of a big thing that happens the night before the accident, of her being in the freezer, that kind of sets up this friction between her and her boyfriend. You know, she has this loving relationship with her father, but they go through something that night before. Everyone is not sure, did she run off? Is she mad at us? Did something happen to her? It gives this uncertainty. And in this night where something happens, we encounter this, one of the most like passively aggressive, evil cops, played by Aju Varghese. And you just want to reach into the screen and shake him and strangle him, because he's so smarmy and smug and prejudiced and just, you know, he's somebody that you just have to hate. He is so good at playing this person that is just the worst. This film, people had urged me to see it because it's not just about what she goes through in trying to survive being in this frigid environment for all these hours, but how the people around her, all the men in her life, the message of the film is all the assumptions that they make about her, all the misogyny, all the ways that the men let her down, men that assume the worst about her, or patriarchal way that they are viewing her. And then you see that she's actually the strongest one of all, how she has cared for everyone and taken care of everyone, how much everyone depends on her. She was such a fully fleshed out, wonderful character. You got enough of a setup to really get this emotional bond that she had with her father. And that was just, to me, that was just the most beautiful relationship. Her relationship with Lal, and how much they cared about each other, how much they cared for each other. And when there's a fracture in their relationship, how much that hurts both of them. The boyfriend was good too. The setting up of doubts of, okay, if a girl is missing, then obviously her boyfriend must have done something to her. There's all these assumptions that everyone has, like this is what a typical movie would be, right? And then they kind of turn it on its head on us and show us how those assumptions are the the way that we're thinking about and viewing women in this society. I'm not going to lie, it was hard for me to watch. I had to stop halfway through, like, to just get over that moment of when she gets locked in, like, oh my God. It was not easy for me to watch, but this was a really well-made film, and I'm going to be watching out for this director. This is quite a debut, and I know this has been a huge success in Kerala, deservedly so. I think it's already been optioned, I think, for a remake in Tamil. I am excited about this filmmaker, and I'm excited about Anna Ben because she really showed more skills that she has as an actress, because it's not easy when you don't have even someone else to play off of it. At one point, all she had was like that little mouse. When you're having to convey all of these emotions on your face without dialogue, and I thought she did exceedingly well. However, she was not very trained for being in cold temperatures. Those of us who live in the Arctic of the Midwest Chicago area, I'm like watching her wrap her feet in some cloth that she found, and I'm like, you're leaving your toes exposed. You're going to get frostbite. Like that's the part that you need to cover up the most. Like, how would she know growing up in Kerala, except of being a nurse? Like, how would she know, like, the extremities is what you need to worry about first. Really well acted film, really well scripted, and I just enjoyed some of the transitions that they did, from going from, like, you're seeing the fan going in the freezer, and then we would immediately cut to a lazy fan in the police station. A lot of interesting little moments like that were also just fun, skillful filmmaking. Let me know what you thought about this movie in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter at PardesiYT. Subscribe here to Pardesi Reviews, and if you hit the bell when you subscribe, you'll never miss another trailer reaction or film review.